War. Following the very seas that birthed life upon this world, humans flooded onto it, so full of hope, wonder, and promise. Unfortunately, the first to raise his arms against another wouldn't be the last. For countless millennia, humankind pushed each new discovery to one singular purpose: taking another's life. First were sticks and stones, thrown by tribals. They quickly discovered metalwork, which the Romans used to forge the greatest empire to ever rise. The Khans mastered the horse and rode it while sacking and enslaving half a continent. The age of gunpowder brought east by merchants heralded the end of the wars of horse and steel and brought with it the six horsemen, lead. On and on did our arms race climb until finally we touched the heavens and became death itself. We split the atom, and just over a century later, we split the world. It was a human mistake. We should have locked such terrible ideas away, burned the plans, and shot the scientists. Instead, we ended the Second World War and doomed the third to be our final. In 2077, the world was in chaos. We suffered from overpopulation, too many mouths to feed, and not enough resources to go around. Decades of watching the disaster approach like a train drive towards the whole damn species, and none of us tried to stop it. China conquered Alaska, the USA annexed Canada, and the EU collapsed into infighting. We all knew that armed conflict was but a stepping stone, and once the spark was lit, it could never be put out. In 2 days the world ended. The skies were lit by thousands of miniature suns, and the earth below was blackened, and the seas boiled. Within the ashes of our folly, new life and new civilization was born. The lucky few who survived the nuclear fire and escaped the slow death of radiation found a world ruined beyond imagination. Only the cockroaches would thrive in this new world, and in waves they would emerge from great underground vaults, sealed before the war, to preserve humanity. Many of these survivors would go on to resettle old territories, explore ruined landmarks, and discover what awaited in this new land. Tribes were formed, weapons constructed, and resources claimed. As decades passed, the tribals forgot their Vault Dweller heritage. Some banded together and built a new civilization founded upon the old. Democracy and the rule of law were rewritten, and a flag was raised. The new California Republic arose to take what was once the Southwest, uniting and claiming territories as they advanced east, searching desperately for resources. The NCR reached the edge of the Colorado and claimed the miraculously unscathed Hoover Dam for the Republic, sending forth further rangers and scavengers to search the plains, reaching as far as Denver's grave. It was not long, however, that their generals realized they'd stretched themselves too thin, and their supplies began to run low. Meanwhile, the tribes that had arisen on the eastern side of the Colorado saw their opportunity to free themselves from this new, foreign governance and took it. Even the local chapter of the Brotherhood of Steel attempted to storm the dam itself and nearly succeeded. Now they wait, hoping to run the NCR out of supplies or ammunition. All the while their squires repair mechanized power armors and the soldiers train. But far to the east, another, far greater threat builds its strength. Like a mighty storm, it hovers on the horizon, watching and waiting. A vast army that had arisen under a different flag. Forged through the conquest and enslavement of 63 tribes, Caesar's legion organizes its warband and prepares to march. Campfires burn and training drums beat. The now abandoned settlements the NCR so graciously left behind in their mad retreat to hold the dam stand unprotected, their people alone. You are a prisoner, captured and sentenced for a crime you only may have committed. Stripped of family and tribe, you were sent east to the frontier. You would serve your sentence in a work release program, and there you would die. But destiny is a fickle thing. At what appears to be your salvation from the NCR turns to be far, far worse. Collected before you could even draw a breath of free air by the automated robot guards and their incredible walking fortress warden, you've been locked away deep within the Tibbetts prison facility. Originally built by Vault-Tec, this prison survived the war and the fallout that followed. You may never know why the facility is holding you, but you begin to fear what they are going to do with you and all those surgery rooms. For outside these concrete and steel walls, the seas continue to wax and wane as the cycle begins again. War never changes.